How many minutes you got?
I had 20 minutes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, on our first meeting, it was at a battle
Yeah.
at Roxy's, and we came to meet through Spider, who's also dynamic breaker.
Okay.
But Spider came over to me, and he was like, "Yo, you in a battle?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna bring somebody to you." And I was like, "Okay, cool." Spider came back. Me and Spider was the same height. He said, "I got the dude for you." So I look at Spider, and I'm looking around Spider, and I'm like, "Where's the dude?" He's like, "He's right here." I look down, and the dude is about his nephew's height.
Damn.
That's how
Literally,
short.
Yeah.
Look, that's why he was little Sheik.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he was, and he had to be maybe around that age.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Wow, like 9, 10 years old.
Yeah, like maybe 13.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 13, 14. So I'm like, what's this little kid gonna do?
Yeah.
Like, you brought me a little kid
Yeah.
to help me in a battle?
Yeah.
Popping?
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Dude said, all right. Spider said, go out. I went out. And then he was like, the other guy came out because we competing. Then the next round, Spider said, chill. Sheik, he had a headband with a raccoon tail. A lot of people know that was like his MO for a minute. He was like, let him get it. Dude came out. I'm known as Kid Float for my floats. This dude came out straight floating, ridiculous.
Wow.
Like ridiculous. Dropped to the floor, bong. Everything fast, cause boogie style is fast. Our style of what you might call popping or electric boogie is real fast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we're dancing to the music of
Like
Africa Bambaataa. Yeah,
funk.
electro funk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So everything is fast. Boom, 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 boom. It's not boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Our stuff is
Yeah.
If you look at Float Master John,
Yeah.
he's still boogie style.
Yeah, and Fable too.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. They still
They do
rock
the New York boogie.
right.
New York boogie
They still rock that. Man, let's just say we won that night. I was gonna win it anyway, but like we won that battle, killed the dudes.
Wow.
Done. It was finished. That was real quick. Fast forward a few years after that, I'm in school. I'm in high school now, and I'm chilling with a high school buddy of mine by the name of Corey. Corey is talking about Big Sheik, Little Sheik, Big Sheik, Little Sheik, Big Sheik, Little Sheik, because I'm popping in school, gaining the name.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta introduce you to my homeboy, Big Sheik and Little Sheik. I said, all right. He was like, yo, we're gonna go over to their house on Friday. So after school, we come out right here. We go up in St. Albans to Little Sheik's crib. The girl is doing hair on a staircase, and they introduced me. Boom, it's Big Sheik. So he's like, yo, what's up? Then this dude comes down the stairs with a box that was painted pink, and he had pink Converses, and he had the headband with the raccoon tail. So I'm looking at him, and I'm like, yo, you look familiar. He was like, yeah, you look familiar too. We sitting there, we're just talking about dance and da-da-da-da-da. Next thing you know, Spider walks in the door, and he says he's like, yo, Kid Float, oh shoot, how you know Little Sheik? So then, and I was like, I came here with my homeboy Corey. He was like, oh my God. The connection. Bomb.
Yeah.
And from that day to present.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because then Spider was like, Little Sheik.
How many spiders is there? There's a lot of spiders, right?
There's only one Spider that I knew.
Okay.
And that was from Dynamic. And
it's a B-boy spider.
Yes, B-boy spider.
B-boy spider.
Right.
Okay.
B-boy spider. He's on my if you go on my Facebook, he's on my Facebook page.
He's a B-boy or popper?
He's a B-boy.
He's a B-boy. Okay.
Yeah, he's a B-boy. And he created that spider move that everybody
everybody does. Okay.
Does now. That was his signature burn of his burn moves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he told Little Sheik, which is now Sheik, yo, this was the first boogie for Dynamic. And then Little Sheik was like, word? He was like, yeah. He was like, this is the dude that started it off for Dynamic, because they didn't have. Dynamic Rockers is a b-boy crew.
Yeah, they didn't have pop.
And I got down with them. I was supposed to get down with them in 79, but I didn't know how I was gonna fit in with what they was doing. Although I was from the Bronx, and I b-boyed for a little bit, but I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I didn't know what that dance was. You understand? Until I came out to Queens, and then it resurfaced again, and then these two dudes that was in Dynamic by the name of Ronald and Dennis, they're brothers, and they happened.
Oh, Ronald, the two white boys, the two white dudes.
Exactly. They lived on my block.
Oh yeah.
They lived on.
I didn't
my
even know
block.
you knew them.
Yeah, they lived on my block. They lived across the street from
You know,
me.
I'm doing the work for the camera work for Kid Freeze.
Yeah, he told me.
Documentary, and he introduced me to Ronald Dennis.
Right, he told me.
They're the ones that came up with the Dynamic Rockers.
Exactly. So they took me to the One of a Kind Disco, which is in Astoria.
One of a Kind. There's a nightclub.
Right.
Yeah.
They took me there, and they showed me the crew members. It wasn't that big, and introduced me to them. And they said, "Yo, this dude, he does this robot thing," and they was like, "Yo, do your thing." So I did it, and then it was like,
Eddie Ed was there, right? Was it Eddie Ed?
I believe Eddie Ed was there that night.
Yeah.
You know, because Eddie Ed lived behind me.
Okay.
We all were in the same neighborhood on 24th Street.
Yeah.
Eddie Ed is on Crescent.
Yeah.
I'm on 24th Street, and Ronald and Dennis Groovy, they're on 24th Street, but across the street.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm on the third floor. Eddie Ed's
so you from the Bronx, or you from?
Well, originally my family's from Harlem.
Okay.
And then we from Harlem, we moved out to Queens. Then from Queens, my mother moved us back to the Bronx.
Okay.
And so we stayed a lot of time. Majority of my early upbringing was Bronx, New York.
Okay.
That's how, that's where the influence, like I always tell people, I got influenced by the music and stuff. I was like a few blocks away from Herc.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm on I was on Clinton, and then from Clinton we moved to Nelson. Herc is down on the other side, down the block.
Okay.
Towards the by the highway. But anyway, when we came out to Queens, I didn't even like it. You know what I mean? I was like, what is an Astoria, Queens? I hate this. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
What year was that when you moved to Astoria?
When we moved to Astoria, Queens, I think it was the 70s. 70. I would like to say 75.
Okay.
So maybe 75, 76, around in that area. Before that, we was strictly Bronx.
Okay.
Yeah, it was strictly Bronx.
So that's the Bronx and Queens connection. I could never figure out how some of you guys were in the Bronx and Queens, because
right.
I mean the boroughs don't even connect to each other.
But it's funny because Eddie Ed, before we met, as I got to know the dynamic, and as we was coming up in Queens, going to the same school, I'm talking to Eddie Ed. He's like, "Yo, I'm from the Bronx." "You from the Bronx?" "I'm from the Bronx."
Oh yeah.
Then I talked to a couple of other dudes in the crew. You know what I mean? They're like, "Yo, I'm from the Bronx." You feel me? Willie and all these other dudes, and I'm like, "Oh my God, yo, we got all these dudes from the Bronx." You know, and Freeze even at one point.
Yeah, Kid Freeze was from the Bronx
exactly
too.
From the Bronx.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying, once I got down with the people, the next year I got down with them because Charlie Chaz was the one that sought me out. You know what I mean? I didn't get down when Ronald and Dennis wanted me to get down. I chilled. You know what I mean? I declined. I was like, nah, I don't see how I'm a fit in this all b-boy
crew. Yeah.
crew. So the next year he was like, yo, he came into the neighborhood with a couple of the dudes, and they were like, yo, we looking for this dude, don't know his name.